Give me a go, no go for launch. Booster.
Go.
Retro.
Go.
Vital.
We're go flight.
Guidance.
Guidance go.
Surgeon.
Go flight.
Ecom.
We're go flight.
GNC.
We're go.
Telmute.
Go.
Control.
Go flight.
Procedures.
Go.
Inco.
Go.
FAO.
We are go.
Network.
Go.
Recovery.
Go.
Capcom.
We're go flight.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
Roger that, Houston.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, go for main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Endeavour, expanding the International Space Station while creating a classroom in space.
Good morning, Evan Sunrays.
It's time to rise and shine.
Today is Tuesday, August 24th, 2021.
I'm your host, Morgan.
And I'm Luke. We've got exciting news for you today. But first, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning, kids. My name is Dr. Troy King, for those of you who don't know me, and I want to make a shout out to my good friends at Evans Elementary. Hope you guys are doing great with your distance learning. Don't forget to brush every day, and also don't forget to say the Pledge of Allegiance. So we'll turn to the flag here and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now for our Ray of the Day.
Today's Ray of the Day is always make good choices. Remember to be positive at school today.
Now it's time to see what's cooking from Red Apple Dining. Here's Auburn to tell our menu for today.
Good morning, Sunrays. Today we have maple waffles with sausage and home fries, Smucker's Uncrustable or cheese chef salad. Don't forget tomorrow's breakfast, chicken biscuit. Back to you, Luke.
Thanks, Auburn. Teachers, please remember to follow the lunch schedule today.
Now let's head back over to Auburn for today's weather report.
Hey, Sunrays. Today in Oviedo will be the high of 91 with the low of 75. It will be mostly cloudy this afternoon with a 51% chance for rain. Back to you, Luke.
Now we'd like to announce our Sunray birthdays.
Let's head over to Isla to see who's celebrating today.
Good morning, Sunrays. There are no birthdays to report today. Back to you, Luke.
Thanks, Ella.
Now let's head back over to Isla for special events.
Hey, Sunrays. This week, many of our Sunrays are taking the iReady diagnostic assessment. Please be sure to walk quietly in the hallways during these times. Stay tuned for more out-of-this-world updates on upcoming events. Back to you, Morgan.
Thanks, Isla.
Hey, everyone. It's time for...
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh?
In 1869, the waffles iron was invented. It was a fast way to cook waffles. Do you know waffles are made of dough? They are best cooked between 2 plates. What do you like to put on waffles? Dial 49862 and be caller number 5 to win waffle stickers for your class. Don't forget to dial 49862. We're looking for caller number 5.
Today's National Day winner is Ceylon. Thanks for calling in.
Well, that's all for today. Signing off, I'm Luke.
And I'm Morgan.
Now it's time for a mindful moment with Mrs. Patterson, our school counselor. See you next time on ENN.
Good morning, Sunrays. If you haven't met me yet, my name is Mrs. Patterson. I am your school counselor here at Evans. I wanted to hop on ENN and tell you guys good morning and let you know who I am and how you can get a hold of me. What I wanted to do to introduce you to what a school counselor is read you a book called Mrs. Joyce Gives the Best Hugs. And hopefully some of it will show up better. It looks like most of it's green, so you can't see it. All right, so like I said, it's called Mrs. Joyce Gives the Best High Fives. All right? Yep, we're not going to be able to see all of it, but that is okay. You listen to me reading it. So, it was finally the first day of school, and Anita couldn't wait. All her friends would be there, and she had a new teacher to meet. The front doors of Emerson Elementary opened, revealing her favorite person at the school, the counselor. Mrs. Joyce smiled and high-fived Anita. Mrs. Joyce gave the best high fives. Good morning, Anita. It's wonderful to see you. How was your summer? Excitedly, Anita replied, Good morning, Mrs. Joyce. My summer was totally amazing. I spent most of it at my grandpa's farm. He taught me to ride horses and catch fish. We went swimming almost every day. Just then, a group of boys came running up to high-five Mrs. Joyce, too. Welcome back, Brad and Charles. Your backpacks are almost as big as you are, she teased. And who is this? This is Raymond. He's my new neighbor, Brad explained. Hello, Raymond. My name is Mrs. Joyce, and I'm the school counselor. It's nice to meet you. Hi, it's nice to meet you too, he replied shyly. As the boys walked into the building, Raymond asked, What exactly does a school counselor do? That's a good question. Brad began, Well, school counselors help you with lots of things. I visited with her last year when my parents separated. It was really hard on me, but Mrs. Joyce talked with me and helped me better understand why some people get divorced. Did your parents find out what you talked about? No, Mrs. Joyce didn't tell anyone. She's a school counselor, so she doesn't tell anybody what you talk about. It's called confidentiality, unless you're being hurt or you're trying to hurt someone else or someone is hurting you. Then she tells someone who can help you. Mrs. Joyce helped me too, Charles added. I used to get so anxious before tests that I couldn't think straight. Mrs. Joyce taught me ways to relax and get prepared for tests, and now they're way easier. Later that week, Miss Bright, Raymond's teacher, handed him a counseling pass. Mrs. Joyce would like to visit with you to see how you're doing. Raymond felt nervous as he walked into the counselor's office, but as he looked around the room at the colorful posters and drawings, he began to relax. Raymond, it's great to see you again. How's your first week going? I like it so far. My teacher is really nice, and Brad's in my class. Wonderful, exclaimed Mrs. Joyce. I'm glad to hear you are both together. Looking around, Raymond noticed a sign. That sounds like something I've heard before, he declared, pointing to a poster. What is said here stays here. What does it mean? It means I won't tell anyone what you and I talk about. It's private. It's called confidentiality. Oh, I remember Brad saying something about that earlier. He and Charles told me some of the ways you've helped them. Yes, I'm here to help all students. Sometimes we talk about feelings and making good choices or setting goals. I help each student become their own problem solver. My own problem solver? You bet. Once you learn how to solve your problems, you are closer to being the best you that you can be. Raymond thought for a moment. If I have a problem and I want to talk with you, how do I let you know? Easy. You fill out an I need to see the counselor form, or you can tell your teacher, and she'll let me know. You can also tell your parent or guardian. They'll give me a call. Would you ever visit with my parents? Sure. I work with parents and teachers. We are partners in your education, and we want you to be successful at school and at home. Raymond nodded. Sometimes it's hard for me to make friends. Is that something you help students with? Absolutely. In fact, I have a friendship group that starts next week. We'll talk about what friendship is and discover ways to make and keep friends. Is that something you think you might be interested in? Raymond shrugged. Will the other kids make fun of me and tell everyone I don't have any friends? Oh no. Whatever anyone talks about stays in here, even when it's in a group. Remember the poster? So you aren't allowed to talk about it outside this room? That's right. What we learn about each other is meant to help, not hurt, Mrs. Joyce assured them. Cool. I'd like to learn how to make friends, Raymond smiled. Yes, I want to be a part of this friendship group. That's great. I'll send a letter home to your parents explaining about the group and get their permission. Raymond had one more question. The other day when our class was coming in from recess, I saw you go into Charles's classroom. Why were you there? I go into classrooms several times a year. I usually read a story or do an activity with the class. We always have a great time during my classroom visits. Raymond thought about everything Mrs. Joyce had said. He liked talking to the school counselor. "Thank you, Mrs. Joyce, for telling me about your job and inviting me to join the friendship group. I'm glad you're at our school, Raymond. There are a lot of grown-ups who are here to help, and I'm just one of them." As Raymond left her office, Mrs. Joyce gave him a high five. "See you next week," she said. Raymond grinned and walked back to class, already feeling like making new friends might not be as hard as he thought it would be. And even if it was, he knew just who could help. And that's the end. Thank you for letting me read that book about what a school counselor is. Just like the counselor in the book, I can help you with a lot of those same things. And if you ever need to talk with me, you just let your parent or guardian know, or let your teacher, and they will give me a call or they'll send me an email. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and have a good week, Sunrays. Have a good day.